Hello, everyone. I'm Liz, and I'm going to introduce how to create UGC and avatar items and how to upload them to Roblox. Uh, so, user generated content or UGC are these little accessories and clothing that you wear on your avatar in Roblox. Can be anything from like a face to a hat to a vest, everything like that. So the first thing that you need to do whenever you're creating UGC is to download Roblox Studio. You can do that from roblox.com/download. That'll download the Roblox client, the player, and the Roblox Studio, which is what you need to actually upload your items into Roblox. So, Roblox Studio, once you have downloaded it and opened it, it'll look a little bit like this. There are a bunch of different tabs along the top. If you used any game editors before, it's super similar to those. So there's the Home tab, Model tab, Avatar, Test, View, and Plugins. With the Home tab, you can select, move, scale, or rotate any of your items. Model tab does a lot of the same things. It'll allow you to like insert parts, color them, all that kind of stuff. Avatar allows you to import rigs, so you can, if you want to import a rig to test some items on, you can just do that pretty easily. Testing is where you go to actually test your game if you're working on a game. This is what you would use to actually go in and run around in the place that you're working on. The View tab allows you to select different views for Roblox Studio. So if you're a scripter and you want to see the input, that would be under the View tab. And then plugins is where you'll find all of the plugins you might want to download to help you creating in Roblox Studio. So, after you have Studio installed, the first thing you want to do when creating a UGC item is get a good concept going. It's super important with a platform like Roblox because so many people are creating items every day to have very unique concepts for your items. There, as you can see on the homepage, there are a bunch of different types of items. Like there's a dragon, there's text messages, there's glasses, a bunch of different styles. You can really like find your niche with this. Like if you want to make cute stuff like this necklace or this face, or more like cool stuff like some horns. You can always look through the catalog or Pinterest or anything like that to get some inspiration and find some cool stuff that you might want to make. So, once you've got your concept done, you'll want to model your item, which I do in Blender. You can see here that this is an item that I have made for Exclusible. It's a little axolotl. I used Blender to model this, and I used Substance Painter to texture it. Texturing can be done with anything from crazy softwares like Substance Painter all the way down to I have some items that I just textured in your very standard paint program. So, a couple of things to know whenever you're creating your item is the maximum number of triangles that you can have to upload a UGC item to Roblox is 4,000 triangles. So, you can see my object here down on the bottom right of my screen. I have 3,658 triangles. So, we are in the limits. Similarly to that limit, there is a texture upload limit on Roblox, which I believe is 1024 by 1024 for your textures. So be sure to model in that just so everything shows up nice and crisp whenever you're uploading it to the platform. Once you've created your object and you're ready to put it into Studio, what you want to do is you want to export it from Blender. So whenever you export, you can export either as an FBX file or an OBJ. I prefer FBX files. I think they just work better with Roblox, so I can go ahead and export this as the axolotl. One major difference between Blender and Roblox Studio is the scale that it works in. You can change this manually in your Blender settings. I personally find it easier just to, whenever I export selected objects only, which will only export my axolotl instead of everything I have over here in my collection. And then I export at scale 0.01. So 1/100th of a scale in Blender is standard for Roblox Studio. So once you export that, then we're going to move back over to Roblox Studio. So whenever you are in Studio, you'll want to go to your View tab and turn on Asset Manager, which is up at the very top. Once you have that, there's this little upload arrow that says bulk import. This is the way that I prefer to do it. Everybody kind of has their own methods, but this is just what I do personally. So you're going to import what you just exported from Blender, your FBX file, and most likely you'll also have a texture file that'll be separate from this. So I have exported it with my textures, so my texture will already be showing up in Roblox Studio. If not, though, what you want to do is you go to the mesh in your workspace, or you can just click on it here. And under the Properties tab down here, there is a texture ID. So you can click on that, click Add Image, choose File, and then once you find your texture, you just double click it and create, and that'll put the texture on. For me, it won't change because I already had the texture on, but for you, it'll probably go from looking like a gray mesh to a textured object. So once you have that, you will want to fit your item to the dummy that you have here. Just to show once again, because I know I showed it a while ago, the way you get a dummy into Roblox Studio is you go over to this avatar tab, select Rig Builder, rig type R15, body shape, you can do masculine or feminine. There's a bunch of different avatars to choose from, but for now, I'm just gonna go with another block avatar. So once you have that, you can go ahead and take the move tool and manually drag it to fit wherever you want on the item. I'm gonna go ahead and fit this little guy on top of the head of the dummy. What I do personally is whenever I'm fitting an item, I like to have it hover a little bit because you like to take into account whenever Robloxians wear this, they'll probably have a hair on. Those tend to be pretty tall, so placing it a little bit above the head works best in my opinion. There's not really an exact amount to place it above, just enough to where you can kind of visualize, oh, somebody has a hair on, it'll be on top of that. There are, in addition to this, there are also different accessory limits, so how far you can have an item extending from the body or how large it is, but those vary by item type. So once you have this, you can go to your plugins. You'll want to get the Asset Creator plugin by Stickmaster Luke. That's the one that I prefer to use. Again, everybody does things differently. This is just my preferred method, and it's super easy to set up. So whenever you have the Asset Creator, you will want to be sure to select it's an accessory that you want to upload. So accessory, next, click the part that you want to become the accessory. So that'll be our little axolotl here. Next again, click the character that the part is aligned to. So that would be this dummy that we just imported. Next, and since it's on the head, there are so many accessory points to choose from, but I'm going to choose hat. So hat attachment, intended character type classic. Next, then you hit next one more time. And now you've got your accessory. It'll always appear a little bit above your original one. So now that you have your accessory, we're going to go ahead and prepare to submit it to Roblox. You're going to select it in the workspace, and then you get the UGC Makers plugin, and you click Make Thumbnail. There are a bunch of different UGC Creator plugins that'll help with this. But I like to set mine. I think that looks good for now. So once you have your thumbnail and everything ready, also the thumbnail is an optional step. You can right click and you save to Roblox. So here's where you actually put like the title, the description, the tags, all of that good stuff. So for now, we're just going to name this Axolotl. And then for this description, I'll put a little friend. Yay. So content type, if you're uploading this specifically to UGC, it'll be avatar item. If you just want to upload the mesh on its own, you won't be able to sell it or anything. That would be a development item. So for now, we're going to do avatar item, and then it'll let you choose the category, which if you remember, whenever we set up the asset, we gave it the hat attachment point. So it'll be a hat accessory. The creator is if you want it under yourself or any of your groups. For me, I'm just going to put me for now. And then tags is where you can put anything that you kind of want to show up adjacent to searching your items. So for example, the axolotl is pink. So I'll put pink as a tag. Animal is another one. Cute. I put cute a lot just as kind of a filler tag. And so on and so forth. You can add up to 5 of those. And then after that, you're good to submit and upload. So once you have uploaded your item after it's passed moderation, you'll be able to find it in the Creator Hub, which you can find in the Create tab up here. Here is where you can mark it on sale. You can edit the description or the title or the tags, and you'll want to make sure it is what you want it to be. So, like availability, mm, right now this is set to being a non-limited, so it means it can be purchased as many times as it's on sale for. Free items, you can only do 4 limited items, so this one's not a free limited. And then resellable, same thing, only applies to limiteds, which this is not, so it's not resellable. The price floors will change every day, every couple of days, and they're different per item type. So today, the price floor for hats is at 75 Robux. It's always based on demand. You can mark it so it'll always be, for example, 5 Robux above the price floor if you want to make a couple more Robux per sale. Or you can have it so it will not go below, let's say, 75 Robux. We don't want anyone to be able to buy this for less than 75 Robux. So that means if the dynamic price floor changes for the day, your item will not change with that price floor. It'll stay at 75 Robux. And then sale location, this is where you could select if you want it to be sold on the catalog, which is here, or if you want it to be sold, for example, only in one of your games. Like if you have a limited item that you only want to be sold through one of your games, you would mark it right here under sale location. If you notice that an item is maybe not doing as well as you'd like, you feel like it's not really coming up in search bars as well as you'd like to see it, you can always come back in here. As long as it's a non-limited item, you can always come back in here, change the description, change the title, or change the tags. So to go over what we went through today, we download Roblox. We uploaded our item into Studio after getting some cool concepts and ideas from the catalog. After that, we saved our item to Roblox. We're able to mark it on sale and manage it in the Creator Hub, and we can always go back and update it whenever we need to. It is super fun to make UGC and experiment with different designs and just make a bunch of cool stuff that you want to wear on your avatar. Uh, Thank you.